Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining from. I hope we're all doing fine today. My name is Joy Ize, and I'll be taking you on today's session. And with me here are my colleagues, actually, my colleagues. I have Sandra, I have Christiana, and Udeme. So they'll be active throughout this session. So feel free to drop your questions, your comments, and they'll be ready to attend to whatever questions or queries you have, right? So let me know how pumped we are for today's session, please. How pumped are we for today's session? Sorry, I'll turn on my video shortly. Okay, I hope you can all see me. So let me know how pumped you are for today's session and where you are joining us from, how you're doing. Okay. Okay, I can see Uganda, Ivory Coast, sorry, Pakistan, Tanzania, Sudan, Guinea-Bissau. Okay, keep it coming, please. Please, if you're streaming on YouTube, ensure you fill your attendance form before the end of the session. As we all know, you'll be needing 60% attendance as a requirement for your certificate, right? But if you're on Zoom, your attendance will automatically be captured. I can see someone asking about Udeme in the comments. Super excited by something. All right, that's nice. Okay, Abraham said, let's go. Please, I would advise we don't send any link. So refrain from sending any link in the comment section until you are given permission. And if you have your questions, please do well to drop it in the Q&A session. But it makes it much easier for us to attend to your questions. All right. I'm trying to look through the comments. Okay. Sending love and lights. I'm sending my back, Solape. Greetings from Cameroon by Lima. Lima, you're welcome. Welcome to today's session. I hope you're ready for today's session. Keep your messages coming. Let me know how you're doing, how pumped you are for today's session, and where you are joining us from. We'll get into the topic shortly. Okay, Oluwatobi said, I'm ready from Enugu, Nigeria. You're welcome. Okay, is it Coletti? Doing great and joining from Uganda. You're welcome. Okay, it's nice having everyone here. We'll get into the business for today. So for today, we'll be talking on tools necessary to run successful business. So we're talking on tools necessary to run successful business. If you've been running your businesses and you're wondering what are the tools that I can use to drive productivity, don't worry, you're in the correct, the right space, the right place at the right time. So we'll be talking about all those tools that are necessary to run successful business. So in this session, we'll be talking on getting started with Google Workspace tools. We'll be talking on communication tools across the business, and we'll be talking on effective collaboration tools for running a successful business. So all this is what we're going to be looking into in today's session. I hope we're ready. If you're ready, let me see we are ready. Just type I'm ready in the comments section. Let me be sure that we're ready. Okay. All right. I'm also motivated too. So because you're ready, I'm ready. So let's get into it. Thank you. So I know some of us might be familiar with some tools. As a business owner, we already have like one or two tools that we use, maybe collaborative tools, communication tools that we use in our businesses. It might be Slack, it might be email, it might be instant messaging, message, video calls. But I would like to know, I want to hear from you. Which tools do you currently use? So I don't want to guess that you use Slack or you use email. I want to get it from you. Which tools do you currently use? So let me know in the comments. Do you use Gmail? Do you use Slack? Do you use Docs? Let me know. Okay, I can see WhatsApp and Gmail, Facebook, WhatsApp, Outlook, Gmail. Okay, LinkedIn, Gmail, Facebook. All right. Thank you for your response. All right. So we'll be talking about in this session, we're talking about business tools and what are business tools. Business tools are collections of softwares, applications that help businesses and workplaces to bring efficiency in their processes, right? Like collaboration, communication, and customer support. So basically, Google Workspace is a business tool. It's like your online office, right? It's like your online office. registered under Google. So Google Space is a business tool on its own that helps you with collaboration, it helps you with communication, it helps you give customer support. You're able to create documents, you're able to create spreadsheets, slides, you're able to save your data, your files, your information safely, and they are secured. And it is sold and marketed globally by Google, meaning if you're creating, or if you have a Google Workspace account, you have to pay, you'll be paying for subscription, right? Monthly subscription for owning a Google Workspace account. Is like a paid version of Gmail, where you get to have your own domain. Instead of sending a mail with at gmail.com, you're able to send your business mail carrying your business domain. So in that way, you're creating more visibility, brand awareness, because when you send email across your teams, across your partners, your business partners, they get to see your brand, and it builds more trust, right, and credibility, and it looks more professional. So basically, Google Workspace is like a premium version of your Gmail. Is a paid version of Gmail, and it gives you more advantages rather over using Gmail. Now, if you have your personal Gmail, you'll be able to access these tools, right? But on a limited version, you're able to access your Google Doc, you're able to access your sheets, you're able to access slides using your own personal Gmail, but you have limitations. When you pay or when you subscribe to Google Workspace, you have more access. You get to control, you have this admin access, you have more storage space, and you're also able to create email addresses for your team, your business, using your business domain. So that's basically what Google Workspace is all about. So here are some examples of Google Workspace. We have the Gmail, we have the calendar, we have the Google Doc, the Google Sheets, the slides, the drive, the Meet, and the form. Let me know which one you're familiar with in the comments. Are you familiar with Gmail? Are you familiar with calendar? Are you familiar with Docs? Are you familiar with Sheets? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, I can see Gmail, all of them, Google Form, I'm familiar with. Okay, all right. It's nice that we all are familiar with these tools, right? All Gmail, calendar. Okay. All right, let's get started with Google Workspace tools. Please let me know if you can still see my slides and if it's moving. Okay. Okay, thank you. So let's get started with Google Workspace tools. I've given an overview of what Google Workspace is on its own. So we're going to be talking about why should you use Google Workspace tools, right? Of what benefit is it to your businesses? Now, the first benefit here is smooth collaboration. You're able to collaborate with your teammates on a particular task or documents concurrently. They're able to edit. You're able to share your documents among your teammates, among your business partners. They're able to edit while you get to see like any updates done on a document that you've shared with your teammates or your business partners, you get to see it on your own end. So let's say instead of you sending your documents consistently, maybe after making a correction, you have to send it over again and then send it back. No, you just share your documents. It gives that smooth collaboration. Share it. Now, whatever you do on these documents will be affected on the other person's the other user, right? The person you've shared your documents with get to see any updates or edits done on the document right from their own end. So there's no need to like consistently sharing documents for updates. And then the second one is improved communication. You get to communicate effectively via your Gmail, sending Google invites. You get to join meetings. Now, I think that was some days ago. I had a task I was supposed to do, and I got stuck at a point. And all I did was I reached out to a colleague of mine, and he asked me to create a Google Meet link. I shared it with him. Then I shared my screen, and he put me through the whole process. So it's just gives you that smooth communication, and then you get to work smartly. You get to work smartly. You get to work from anywhere, right? If you have your Google account login, you're able to access your files from your drive. Now, you won't have the issue of, oh, my system is bad or I've lost my files. No, because your files are stored directly to your drive. So if you're able to log into your Google account, you have access to your documents, and you're able to restrict, you're also able to like restrict your documents, right? Now, when we now talk about working smartly, instead of taking, let's say, for instance, you're given a tax and you're done with the tax. On a norms, maybe if you're using your Microsoft Word, you'd have to share, no, you have to send the documents to maybe your colleague for review, and then the person has to send the update back to you. It takes time. Now, using Google Doc, using Google Slides, you just share it with them, share the link with them, or you share it via email. Then they have access to that document. It just saves time. So whatever you do, the other person sees it at his or her own end. So that's another way to like work smart using your Google Workspace tools. And then it has this security, it's encrypted. Your documents, your files are secured, so you don't have issues. Hackers has like limitations to accessing your documents, right? Now, the importance of business tools. What are the importance of business tools? Now, business tools helps us to create documents and business presentations or pitches. So with Google Slides, with Google Doc, you're able to create documents, you're able to create presentations. Now, you're able to collate and analyze various data and figures using your Google Sheets. Your Google Sheet is just like your Excel, like your Microsoft Excel. So where you're able to enter data, you're able to analyze, you're able to track projects and the rest. Now, another importance of using business tool is the storage and management of different files online. You have your drive. Your drive is like your online flash drive. So whatever you work on, whatever file you work on or document you work on saves automatically on your drive. So you don't even have like the issue of, oh, my system tripped off before I was able to save my documents. You're not going to have issues with that because it saves automatically to your drive, and you have that storage space, a cloud storage space where you can save your documents, your files, your videos, and any files that you're working on. Now you get to network and communicate effectively with other businesses and individuals using your business tools. Now we're on smart collaboration. Smart collaboration is one of the benefits of using your business, your Google Business tool. You're able to use Google Workspace for businesses. You're able to use your emails. You're able to use your Google Meet for video conferencing. You have your Drive for your cloud storage. You can share your documents with your colleagues, your business partners, and the rest. So it just gives you that smooth collaboration. If I'm working, and it makes virtual work easy and smooth, right? If I'm working on a document, I've shared the same document with you. You have it on your own end, and we can join a virtual call while working on the same document. I get to share my screen with you just the way I'm doing now, right? I'm actually sharing a slide with you now. And okay, Zoom is another like form of Google Meet. Let me explain. So your Google Meet is just like is another form of Zoom. So it's like a virtual, it gives you that opportunity to to create and join virtual meetings. So it just creates that smooth collaboration within your team or across your team with your clients, your business partners, and the rest of them. So we have examples of collaboration tools. So let's do a quick exercise here. We have 3 icons here. So let me know which one. Okay. Let me know which one you can recognize. And I think we're going to do it this way, in the order in which they appear. So let me know. In the order in which they appear, let me know which of the icons you can see on your screen. Okay. Well, okay. Sorry. I can see a lot of you getting it right, but I'm trying to call names, but the messages keeps like coming in. Okay, Radiawa said Gmail, Sheets, Photos, Meet, Hangout. But we only have 3 icons here. There are only 3 icons on the screen here. So I want to know if you can recognize these icons on the sheet, on the screen rather. Okay, Google Doc, Sheets and Slides. Okay. Yes, most of you got it correct. The first one is your Google Doc, that's the blue one. The second one is your Google Sheets, that's the green one. And the last one here is your Google Slide. So your Google Documents is just like your Microsoft Word processing, right? More text-based. You get to like type, you get to edit text, you get to create reports, proposals, and the rest of it, right? Now for your sheets, I know majority of us will see sheets like, oh, it's just for analysis, just for data analysis, data entry. It goes beyond just analyzing formula entry and the rest of it. So you get to schedule tasks, you get to assign tasks on your Google Sheets. You also get to share documents, your Google Sheets, so you get to work with other teams concurrently on your Google Sheets. Then you can use your Google Sheet for project management tracking, right? It gives you that wider interface where you can insert numerous data compared to your Google Doc. So it just gives you that wider interface so you can enter as many data or information on your Google Sheet and you get to track those data, you get to do analysis on them, use them for budgeting, for project management tracking and the rest of it. Then we have the slides, which is the last one. Like currently I'm sharing a Google slide with you. So that's what the slide is used for. Use it to create and use it to create slides for presentations, for pitches and the rest. So I think I've explained all this already. We said the first one is the Google Doc, right? And the Google Doc is a very useful collaborative tool that allows multiple users to access, edit, and review a single document. I've said this already. So you're able to share your documents within your team members, across your team members. You can share with your business partner. If you have a business partner that you're working on a particular project with, you can share your Google Doc with them. You can collaborate with other people. You can work concurrently. You can edit. And once you've shared your documents with a particular team member or anybody, when you make any changes at your own end, they get to see those changes at their own end. So there's no need to be sending files and no, you just share and then they get the updates at any time, and you can comment on your document. So if you have any creative ideas or any suggestion, you can drop your comments on the Google document. So it's just like your word processing. And then we said the second one is the Google Sheet. Now, whether you're planning an event or sharing the latest revenue figures, Sheet makes it seamless for teams to work together. I explained this earlier that it goes beyond just analysis or entering numbers, figures on your sheet. You can use it to track records. You can use it to schedule tasks. You can use it to assign tasks. You can do numerous things on your Google Sheet, as well as, and your Google Sheet is also connected to your form. We'll be talking about the Google form shortly. It's connected to your form. So when you send out form, your response automatically goes into your Google Sheet. So it just makes it easy for you to analyze your data. So the last one there that we talked about is the Google Slides. And we said it helps you work on a single presentation online with your business partner within your team or even external contacts. So it just gives you that ease. Your Google business tools, you can easily share them across. So that's just one uniqueness of using Google business tools, because you are able to share, you are able to track progress, you're able to track edits and comments and the rest across with other your team members or business associates. So it just gives you that smooth collaborative effect and gives you that smooth communication. So you use your Google Slides to create documents and presentations. You can work on single presentations online with your business partners, your whole teams, or your external contacts. So the next benefit of using Google Business Tool is improved communication. We spoke about that briefly earlier. Now, and I said that working remotely, Google Business Tools has actually made working remotely easy and seamless. Virtual communications has made virtual communications easy and seamless with your Gmail, your Google Meet, your calendar. You can share meetings, you can join virtual meetings, you can share your documents, you can send instant messages through your Gmail. So real communication is a way of communicating with others online, and Google Business Tools has made that more seamless, right? Your Google Workspace has a number of communication tools that are included in its offering, which I'd mentioned. You have your Gmail, your Google Meets, your calendar. Your calendar is linked to your Gmail, so you can schedule meetings on your calendar. You can also, through your Gmail, also you can schedule meetings. So it just makes that communication smooth and seamless across your team and even with your business partners and your clients, right? So here are the communications tools that we have. I've mentioned this before. We have the Gmail, we have the calendar, and we have the Meet. Now, to stay in touch with instant message, emails, and video calls, we use these tools to stay connected with your team members, with your associate, your business partners, your business associates. If you want to stay communicated and in touch with them, you can send messages via your Gmail. You can schedule meetings. You can schedule events. You can share meeting what's it called now? Meeting details, right? You can share your meeting details via your calendar. Let's say as a business owner, you have your normal team meetings, let's say every Tuesday. Now you can schedule those meetings using your calendar. All you need to do is go to your calendar, pick the date and the time, and you also have the opportunity to put descriptions. If you're meeting via Google Meets, you can include your Google links through your calendar. If you're meeting through Zoom, you can include your Zoom link via your calendars, and then you're able to share this information to them. So, and you can also put reminders. You can put like 30 minutes before the time. So once it's 30 minutes before the meeting time, they get reminder on their own end via their emails, and then they get reminded that, oh, there's a meeting in 30 minutes time. So you just give that smooth communication. There won't be any miscommunication or, oh, I forgot about the meeting, because already they've gotten a reminder, they've gotten an invite in their calendar, and the event is already in their calendar. So it just gives that smooth communication. And then we have our Meet. Your Meet is just like the Zoom we're using right now. It's a tool that I use to create and join meetings, virtual meetings. Now, your Google Meet and your calendar is actually linked together. So you can schedule a meeting via your calendar, and the same way you can schedule a meeting via your Google Meet. So I think I've actually given the explanations. Now, the Gmail or your Google Mail is a free email service introduced by Google, and it allows sending and receiving mails over the internet. Let me see if I can show you people some practical example. Please give me a minute. Okay. So I'm sure we can see my screen, right? So as you can see, this is Gmail. Is an application that is connected. It's an application, a web-based application, right? But if you have like your mobile phone, there are mobile apps application for your Gmail. But while using your system, you can only have it as a web-based application. So this is an example of a Gmail, how a Gmail looks like. So I'm going to click on this. You can see Google Workspace. So this is basically an interface of your Gmail, right? This is my official Gmail. This is my official Gmail. So this is it. So this is an interface of a Gmail, how a Gmail interface looks like. So you can send a message, you can receive messages, you can attach files to your messages, you can attach files to your messages. You can attach links to your messages via Gmail. So it just makes communication smooth for you, and it gives that professional effect too, because people tend to respect when you communicate with them, especially on a business level. When you communicate with them via Gmail, they tend to give you more respect, and they tend to trust your business more, other than when you communicate with them via WhatsApp. So it gives that professional and formal effect to your business communication. So another communication tool that we talk about is your Google Calendar. Your Google Calendar is a powerful free service you can use to organize your schedule and coordinate events with others. I explained this earlier. You can schedule a meeting, you can schedule a task, you can send calendar invites via your Google Calendar. You have your weekly meetings, you can schedule it on your Google Calendar. You send the invites to among your teams, or if you have a meeting or an event with a business partner, all you need to do is schedule the meeting on your calendar, and then you invite them. You send the Google invites to them via their emails, and then you have the opportunity to set reminders, right? So that they don't get to forget. So you can set like 30 minutes reminder to the meeting time. So once it's 30 minutes to the time, they get reminder at their own end. So it just gives that smooth communication. So there won't be an issue of, oh, I forgot, because already they have it in their calendar. So they're going to get a reminder that, oh, so time you'll be having a meeting, or you'll be having an event at this particular time. So once it's that time, they just get to like go through the invite you sent to them. The details of the meetings will be there. If you're meeting via Google Meet, if you're meeting via Zoom, you add all the details there. If it's a physical meeting, you add all the details there. So they just have that the smooth communication. So there won't be any miscommunication of, oh, I didn't get an invite, or I didn't know what time the meeting was. It's already there stated with reminder. We spoke about the Google Meet also. We said Google Meet securely connects and collaborates. You're able to connect, you're able to collaborate, you're able to celebrate anywhere with your teammates, with your colleagues, with your employee, with your business partners, with whoever it is that you'd want to reach out to. So they get to have a virtual feel of whatever it is. If it's a meeting, just the way you can see me, or just the way we are communicating virtually, then you can use your Google Meet to communicate virtually with across your businesses, right? And you can create and join highly quality video meetings for groups of up to 25 people. And I think for the paid version, you may be able to have like access to up to about 500 people, right? So depending on what version or plan you're working with. Now, we said another way, benefit of using Google Business Tool is it helps us to work smartly. Now, it's about being the master of our time, right? I said it saves that time. You don't have to be sending and resending documents. You just share the documents, and whatever effect is made, you get to sit at your own end. And then you're able to choose work tools based on the context of what you want to do. If you want to create slides, you just have your Google Slides you just go to your browser. Everything is organized there. You have your Google Slides, your documents. And even if you don't have like a system, your system, and you want to use another person's system, you still have access to it. Just log into your Google account. You would have access to your Google documents, your Google Slides, your sheets, and everything, and you can just work from anywhere. You can work from anywhere. You have your documents already saved to your drive. So it just gives you that opportunity to work smartly. Now, and the last benefit we spoke about is the adequate security. It gives you that security. Your files are secured. You don't have issues with, oh, my system tripped off before I was able to save my files. Don't worry. It's going to be saved automatically to your drive. Now you're not going to have issues with, oh, my system went bad, I've lost my files. No, your documents are saved automatically to your drive. So all you need to do is enter your Google account on another you enter your Google account on another system, right? And then you have access to all the tools there, and your documents are kept safe. So you use Google Workspace for business emails, video conferencing, cloud storage, and file sharing. So and your documents are actually saved, they're encrypted. So it's actually hard for hackers to access your documents. So it gives that security when you're working. If you're working with Microsoft Word and you have to save at every point in time. But with your Google Doc, if you're working on a slide, you're working on your presentation, you're working on your documents, it saves automatically. So you're covered. Yeah, I've spoken about the storage tools, right? I said your drive is like your online flash. It's like online flash. So you just have is the storage space for you. And if you are subscribed to the Google Business tools, the paid version, you have up to, depending on your plan, you have up to, I think the least storage space is about 30 gigabytes. You have up to 2 terabytes, depending on what plans. So you just have a large space a storage space where you can save your documents and you have them all secured. So, example of the storage tools is the Google Doc that I just mentioned. So yeah, I think we'll just go to questions at this juncture. Let me go through your questions.
Hi Joy. Thank you so much for that beautiful session. So, before we take questions, I just want to show a couple of things that they can, do with some of these tools that you have spoken about. So I'm going to share my screen now. Just some few minutes. So, if you guys can see my screen, let me know. Joy, can you see my screen?
It's still
Okay.
coming
I
up,
think I'll
so
have to. Should I stop mine?
yes, you have to stop yours.
I'll have to stop mine. Yeah.
Any challenge? Any challenge, Chamaka, Joy?
No, I
No,
think we've lost Sandra. Sandra wanted to share her screen. Joy, I think you can proceed, please. You can
okay.
go on.
I could just take them through.
Yeah, Joy, go ahead. I'll share my screen at the end when you get to the last part,
Okay.
so I can share a few
All right.
things.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So let me know if you have any questions at this juncture. Do you have any questions? I think
You're
my
sharing your
voice.
screen.
What?
Just unshare. Unshare first,
I've
yeah.
done that. Please, can you see my screen now?
Yes,
Hello? Okay, and it's
yes,
okay
yes,
now, right?
yes. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So let me know if there's any question before we move to the next section. And after then, you get to see like a practical step into all what we've talked about. If you have a question, let me know. I'm trying to, I think my colleagues already did some justice to your questions. What was the last importance of business to?
Yeah, just continue. I'll take all the questions at the end.
Okay.
Just continue.
All right. So in our next section, we'll be talking on how to create Workspace accounts with Google. I might not be able to take you through the whole entire process because I don't have a domain for that, but I could just show you briefly 1 or 2 steps into it. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm having Okay, so the first step to creating a Google Workspace is you go to your browser and you type workspace.google.com. Let me do that so you just see. I'll type it right at my end here. Okay. Okay, so wait for it to come up. Okay, so we'll just do 1 or 2 steps because we don't have a domain to use. So the first step is to go on workspace.google.com and then you get started with your registration. So I'm trying to, I don't know, my system is hanging, so just bear with me, please. Okay. If this is going to take time, we might just do that at the end of Sorry, it's loading. I hope it comes up quickly. I think we might just have to do without it. We'll do that at the end of, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if it's my network or I don't know if it's my network or my system. So we'll do that after the whole theory part. So the first step in creating your Google Workspace account is you go to your web browser and you type workspace.google.com and then you get started. You click on get started, you input your business name. After doing that, you proceed to the next step, you add your contact details, and after that, you move to the next step, you choose your domain. Now, your domain is like your online identity, right? And it's just like you customizing your online identity. So instead of using @gmail.com for your email addresses, you can use your business name, right? Let's say your business name is Pastries Bite. Yes, let's say Pastries Bite is your business name, right? So, and now you want to create a Google Workspace account, and you would need to create a domain. So after going through the first two steps, you get to choose your domain section. There you get to either, if you have an already existing domain, you just input your domain there. But if you don't, you will not have to buy. You have to buy from Google. So Google acts as an intermediary with domain registrars. So you can just buy directly through your Google. And that's I think that's about, depending on your extension or your plan, it's about $10 to $15 for a domain, and that's annually. So you can buy your domain, and then when you buy your domain, your emails already have a customized domain. So when you're sending out messages, instead of promoting Gmail, now you have maybe at pastriesbite.com, and you also have the opportunity to create other accounts, your email accounts for your team members. So instead of creating the normal free Gmail account, you have the opportunity to use your domain for your employees, right? Like for your HR, you might decide to insert the name. Maybe your HR is, let's say I'm the HR, right? So you can say Joy when creating, because you have the right to the admin control. So you'll be the one to create these email accounts for your employees. So you can say joy@pastriesbite.com. So it's no longer carrying Gmail because you've bought a domain already. You've bought that online identity. And having that online identity, you can also connect it to your website, to any website builder. So you can use that to build your website if you have that already. So, and if you want to customize that the emails based on their roles, you may not want to carry Joy. You may not want to use Joy because Joy is an employee that can leave at any time, right? But if my role is HR, if I'm the HR, then the role is stable. It's something that is constant. So you might decide to create the emails based on the role. So you might decide to do HR at pastriesbite.com, or you might decide to use .ng, which other one, .org, depending on whichever extension you buy. So after that, you get to update your business address, choose your username and your password, and then you have your Google Workspace accounts created. So here are tips to help you improve communication across your businesses. The first one there is, in-person communication. The first tip there is in-person communication. Try as much as possible to improve your communication by having direct communications with your teams. Try and encourage direct communications with your teams, with your partners, with your business among your business, across your business partners, among your teams. So it just gives that smooth relationship among your team members, and among yourself, your business, and your clients. So when you create an in-person communication, can you give me a minute, please? Sorry. I'm really struggling with my screen. Sorry, give me a minute. I'm really struggling with my screen, so I'll have to look deep into it. Sorry. So the first way to creating an in-person communication is schedule regular check-in meetings, right? And calls via Meet or calendars. Just like you may decide to have your team's weekly meetings. That's a way of creating an in-person communication where you get to get feedback, you get to talk about tasks, you get to just communicate, build relationship, it builds that rapport within your team members and within your employees and across again. So you get to connect with other colleagues across the globes by creating meetings, sending meeting invites, creating groups. You can also chat via Google Chat. So they are all communication tools that will build that relationship in-person relationship across your business. Then you get to work on similar or group projects in real time across different locations. You get to brainstorm ideas. You get to work on team projects and hold virtual events via your Google Business tools. So this is a way to create in-person communication. You get to join using different devices, right? So another tip to help improve communication among your business is to stay organized. Staying organized is very important. And how do you stay organized? Your calendar is there to help you stay organized. It's there to help you, to remind you about meetings, about events. You get to put there's a section where you get to put, you get to schedule, it's not schedule, rather, you get to create tasks. Like if you have a to-do task, you are able to assign everything, create everything on your Google Calendar, and you're able to tick it off as soon as you're done with each task. So it just helps you stay organized. You have your tasks already attached to your calendar, right? So as you're done with one, you're ticking it off, and it just gives you that it just gives you that opportunity to be able to track your progress and track your project. And then your Google Calendar helps you to stay organized by scheduling meetings, your events. If you have a concurrent event, you can add it to your Google Calendar. If you're having a meeting, you just add it to your Google Calendar, you get reminders. So it just helps you stay organized. You already know 30 minutes to the time, you get reminder, and you already know that, oh, by 10 a.m. I have a meeting. So you already put yourself, like you're already in that space that, oh, I have a meeting by 10 a.m. So you're organized already. You're able to set up your whatever device you're using. So that's another way, another tips that's another tip to smooth communication, right? Stay organized, and your Google Calendar is there to help you stay organized. Now, another tip to improve communication across businesses is to create mailing lists. Now, the mailing list is just like a broadcast list. Now, instead of having to send mail individually, you just create a mailing list. So you're able to send bulk emails across your team members, across your clients, across your business associates. So it just improves communication across your business. Now, the importance of mailing lists is that it helps it send regular status updates, right? You already have a list. You may decide to group the list, have like a name for each list. So you already know, if I'm sending this particular mail, this is the group I'm sending it to. If I'm sending a mail to my teams, I already have a list of their emails, right? If you're sending across, maybe to your clients or a partner, you already have a mailing list to it. So all you need to do is just you direct your emails to the mailing list. So it just goes directly, to those emails under the mailing list. Now you're able to share materials and resources, including invites, also via your mailing list, and it helps in increasing viability, right, and increase and creation of community. So people tend to it gives that credibility when you have your business Google Workspace email because it goes with your domain. So once they see a mail from your email carrying your business name, it gives you more respect, right? It gives you more respect, and it tends to trust your business more. And you're able to copy people when you're sending a mailing list, or you're sending a broadcast, or you're using your emails, you're able to copy people like recipients in your mail. So it just gives you that smooth communication. You're able to communicate smoothly with across your businesses. Now, the last one is it creates rooms and projects. Now, you can create in-person communication, right? You can stay organized. You can create mailing lists. Now, the last one is you are able to set up projects or teams. Now, in your Google Sheets, you have a scheduled project already on your Google Sheets or your documents, and you've shared it across your teams. Now, it gives your team the opportunity to work collaboratively with those documents, right? If you have a project, you're able to track your project via your Google Sheets. Via your Google Sheets, you can track your progress, you can give remarks and stuff. So it just helps you create rooms and projects, and you can use your Google Chats just like the way your Slack is, right? So you can encourage your team members to chat via Google Chats. So it just gives that collaborative, and it builds that relationship among your team members. Now, I think the last thing we'll be talking about is the Google Meet, and it's part of the communication tools, right? So your Google Meet is another way you can stay connected, right? It's another way you can improve communication among your business. So you get to share invites, you get to create invites. Like I said, I gave an instance earlier about when I had an issue with a tax. All I needed was I created a link, and my colleague joined the link, and he was able to take me through my the whole process. So it just is a way to it tips to create that smooth communication among your team. So it gives you that edge. Google Meet gives you that edge, so you can join a meeting, you can create a meeting across your businesses, so you can communicate via Google Meet. So it just helps build that smooth and seamless communication among your team members, among your business associates, and the rest of them. Okay, I think at this point, my colleague is going to handle some practical sections from here before we take the final questions, right? Please, Udeme, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, would you like to take over now?
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay. All right. So let's show some love to Joy. Everybody, please. Let's show some love to her. Joy, thank you. Incredible session. Please show some love to Joy. I want to see those emojis. Show some love to her. Obviously, she did a great job. Okay, so I'm just gonna buttress on what she said earlier. Thank you, Joy. We love you. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you. All right, beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to show you a typical Google Workspace tool. All right, I have one. Okay, I use one. Maybe I have one of those. so that I can have a full understanding of how things work. But meanwhile, I want to share with you the list of domain registrars. I'll share it in the chat. So everyone that wants to get it can just go ahead. Yes, I feel better. Thank you so much, Marat. Let me see if I can copy it. Give me a second, please. Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much. That was a great one. Do I still look moody? Really? Okay, somebody help me. Please copy the link. Joy, please copy the link I just shared on the group and find a way to paste it in the chat. I don't know why it's not copying from my end. Where do I start now? There's actually a lot to show you. I'm thinking of where to start. All right, so if you go to your browser, right, and use your browser, go to Google. Let's say you're not using Chrome. I'm using Brave right now. I use Chrome, but I'm using Brave right now. So on this your Chrome, if you've logged in your Gmail, whatever Gmail it is to your browser, you see something like this. Do you agree? Do you agree with that? So when you get here, you come to this place, this Google Apps, right? Then when you click on this Google Apps, you're going to see all the tools that Joy showed you earlier, right? Now, the reason why I can see admin is because I'm using a Workspace tool. You won't see admin in your regular Gmail, okay? You see accounts, maybe YouTube, Gmail, Sheets, Docs, Slides, Drive. They've added Gemini recently. Calendar is always there. The chat is like the regular, like WhatsApp, but this one is the official one. Then there's a Meet, which is the one we can use for video conferencing. Then they've added Vid. Vid is like the tool that can help you to edit videos. Then there's a Google Phone, there's a Contacts, there's a Calendar, and there's all these other tools. Now, let me show you a typical one that you see. Just follow me. So let me stop sharing this other screen and share another one, just briefly. Where are we now? Okay, so let's share another screen. Just to buttress my points. Let's hope I can get to the bottom of this. Am I correct? Yes. Okay, so I'll go to Google. So now, the one you're seeing, my entire screen. Let me share my entire screen just for this moment to make things easy for me. Okay, now look at it. So if I was here, this is my regular Gmail at gmail.com. Remember the first one I showed you was a custom one. So this one that at gmail.com, you can see this is my face. To always have Google profile, because profile is designed for regular Gmails. They have the mail, calendar, and all these other tools. You always find these three. The forms, all the files you saw on the Workspace, you still find it on your free one. Now, the difference between the free one and the paid one is just slight differences, but I'm going to show you. Now, for instance, this drive only has 15 gig storage. 15. Let me open it for you to see. 15 gig. Now I'm going to show you the other drive. Look at it. It's going to show here when it finishes loading. Did you see that? 15 gig storage. So let's go to the other one. Where is it now? Now let's check on this other drive. Let's see. This one has, did you see that? 100 terabytes. 100 TB. Now, you may not have 100 TB in your own. You may have maybe 100 gig or 200 gig, depending on your subscription plan. Right? Yes. Depending on your subscription plan. That's what makes it different. Let me show you another difference. Look at this. Look at this email. How do I show you now? Look at this place. Did you see? Scale Up Foundation, meet us at scaleupfoundation.org, not at gmail.com. At scaleupfoundation.org. Now let's go to the free one. Now look at this one. udwonder at gmail.com. Okay, now so let's establish something. So let's say you're sending to me an official email. You're sending to me an official email with I'll send you an official email with at gmail.com. And then I send you another official email with at impactheart.org. Which one will make more sense to you? Which one will you feel is much more official between the two of those? The one with at Gmail or the one with at yourdomain.com or .org? Please tell me in the chat. I want us to agree. Let us have that understanding. It could be Scale Up, it could be Impact Her, whatever your brand name is. The one with .org, right? Beautiful. Thank you. So now, the workspace is designed for that purpose, to make you look professional. Okay. How much does it cost? $6.3 per user per month. I answered that question in the chat. It costs $6.3 per user per month. Okay, so get that right. So now, and all these tools are just there available for you. I hope my system stops hanging so that I can show you some more things. So now, if you want to, one thing you need to understand is that the Google Doc sheet slides are designed for collaboration. Collaboration there means all of us can work on the same documents at the same time. For instance, let me show you something very quick. Now, it can happen also with the free one, but it has some limitations. The paid one, the file on the paid one and the file on the free ones, they have some limitations. Let me show you one other thing before. I'm just hoping I can be able to show everything I need to show you before time runs out. And then this, what I'm showing you now is going to answer a lot of your questions. Now look at this file. Look at this Meet. If you are setting up Meet call, or let's try it on calendar. No, let me try it on the free one just to make it easier for you. Let's try it on the free one. Let's go to calendar. Calendar. So we are trying to set up a call now. Remember, your Gmail is linked to your Gmail is linked to your calendar, and your calendar is linked to your Google Meet. The Google Meet that is used for the conferencing. So let's say I'm trying to set up a meeting right now. Let me show you something. Today is let's pick 17th, which is tomorrow. Now we are trying to set it up. Now you can see that this calendar is automatically integrated here, right? Automatically, it's integrated here. Now, when you set up this particular meeting, it's going to show you, it's going to tell you this meeting is restricted to, look at it, only 100 guests. And this meeting will end after 1 hour. This particular one is a free one. On the paid one, is limitless. You don't have any restriction to the number of guests. Neither do you have any restriction to the number of people that are visiting you. Now, on the free one, you can't record. On the free one, you can't have a breakout room. On the free one, you can't do a poll. What else? What else now? On the free one, you can't watch video on it. But on that paid one, this same Meet tool, you can. It doesn't have restriction of number. It doesn't have limitation of time. You can record. You can run polls. You can do breakout sessions on the paid one. All right. Those are limitations. Now, if you are using this form, if you are using the Google, the doc sheet and the slides, these are all collaboration tools. Give me a second, please. These are all collaboration tools. Now, collaboration there means all of us can work on this document at the same time. So let's do something very quick. Remember, this is like the Microsoft Word. This is like the Microsoft Excel. This is like the Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, when I say Microsoft, I'm saying that because we all knew Microsoft before we knew Google, right? Do you agree with that? We all knew Microsoft before we knew Google, but the tools have the same functionalities, all right? Everything you can do on Doc, you can do it on Google. Sorry, everything you can do on Google Doc, you can do it on Microsoft Word. Everything you can do on Google Sheets, you can do the same on Microsoft Excel. Everything you can do on Google Slides, you can do the same on Microsoft PowerPoint. Same functionality, owned by different brands. The only difference there is Microsoft you need to install the app. Whereas this one, you don't need to install the app. All you need is a browser like what we have right now, right? We can all work on the same documents together. So let's do one. Let's open Sheets. Now this is a free one, but trust me, if you are on the paid one, there's a possibility that if you're on this free one, if the crowd gets too much on the sheet, it can crash. From experience, right? It can crash. But on the paid one, it has more room to accommodate more people. Nobody will tell you that, right? Because people don't use the spreadsheet so much at the same time. Now, let me show you one common feature that is very easy to track from all of them. Now, you see this particular thing called share. Now, this is where you manage all the control of the platform. Now, you can have that share is also here on the doc. The share is also here on the sheets. The share is also here on the slides. The same thing. Now, if you want to have a video call while you're working on the document, this is what you do. There's a place here. So you can start a call right here on the sheets. It's a new feature. I think maybe it's about a year old now. You can start a call right there on the sheets or on the doc or on the slide. Start a call here. People will be seeing yourselves while you're working on the same document. But if I don't want to see you and I want all of us to work on the same document, this is what I'll do. I'll come to share, tap on share. This is where I manage who has the rights to it. So let me call this an AU September. Remember, you have to give it a name. So it's safe. You can give that name here also. So now you see, so this file is completely restricted. No other person apart from me who is the owner can see this file. So I want to open it up. So I tap on this restricted and I give it a command. Anyone with the link can be a viewer. Now at this point, if I give you this link, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. If I give you this link, you can only view this file. Everybody, jump on it. Tap on it. If you have the sheet tool, it's going to take you, and you are going to all appear here. Look at you. So all of you that are joining, look at you. Look at all of you here. Are you seeing yourself? I'm showing here. Now you can only view this file. You can't do anything. There is one level of rights. There are 3 levels of rights. I just gave you one now. So let me give you the second level of the rights. On this second level, I want you to be able to comment, and I'll change it and I'll save it. So now I want you to comment on this page. Now that you are on this file, just comment somewhere. Comments. You won't be able to type, you can only comment. So let me type something. So you can comment and tell me this is AU September. So can you comment? You can see show all comments. So I can tap on that. You can see there are no comments right here on this particular file. Right? Even if there were comments, I'll see it here. So now let me give you, look at it. People are writing. Great session. Inspiring. Great. Beautiful. AU September. They are commenting. This is where you check it. Sometimes you can comment against a design, can comment against a word or anything. Are you getting it? Now that is right level 2. Now let me give you the last right, which is giving you a right to be an editor. So I'll still come back to share. Now I'm coming to editor. So now if you're on this file, I want you to write something. Just find any particular cell and write something. Don't comment again. Write something. Anywhere on the sheet. So that means I've told this sheet now, anyone with this link can be an editor. Editor means you can write on it. So all of us, look at it, about 54 of us now can work on this same document at real time. And we can all see ourselves. Look at it. It's somebody else, it's somebody else, somebody else, somebody else, somebody else. Can you see? So that hassle of you prepare a document like what used to happen with Microsoft, you prepare a document, you save it, send it to a file, send it to your email or to your WhatsApp. The person will now download it and now start editing it. After editing it, they'll now attach it and send it to the next person. And they'll continue like that. All of those hassles are all in the past. So all of us can work on the same document at the same time. Did that make sense? Please tell me that makes sense. And this can apply to the doc, can apply to the sheets, can apply to the slides, right? Yeah, I can apply to it. Okay, so I've showed you a lot now. And which other one should I show you now? Yeah, I showed you the storage, right? The storage for this one is 15. The one for the main one is 100 terabytes. It may be less than this, maybe more than this, depending on what plan you used. Okay, you can use your phone and comment. Yes, you can also use your system. Anyone that works for you is perfect. Okay, so I've showed you how the slides doc sheet works. And this is the admin console. I don't know if you really need this, but let me just show you how it looks like. This is the admin console where you manage the team that actually owns the platform, right? So you can go ahead and test all these tools. So how do you set it up? I'm going to briefly run you through that, how you set it up. No, I don't want this. Let me see. I'll open this from here. Oh no. Okay, so let me do something quick. Let me show you the admin console. Yes, you are always anonymous, and then they'll give you animal names. Very funny. Yeah. So now look at it. So this is the admin console where you manage all the teams, right? So you can see there are 8 members here. There are 8 members here on this particular team. You can delete a member. You can set up billing if there's a part. Because of course you need to pay. The tool is $6.3 per user per month. All right. So this is where you manage all the stuff. Everything happens here. The dashboard, the setting up process. And meanwhile, setting it up is you just need to get to workspace.google.com. And then something like this. Let me see if I can get that quickly. Workspace.google.com. Let me see if I can get there first. I'm trying to catch up with time so that I don't want to move strokes. So workspace.google.com. Now remember, you need to pay for a domain. The same domain you use to build your websites, the same domain you're going to be using to set up your workspace. So you don't need to pay for a separate domain. And there are different domain registrars. Please, can you help me share those domains in the chat? Share it on the general group, please. Help me. Yes. Christina or Joy, please help me. And Grace, please get it also and share it on the YouTube. Yes, you're correct. Okay. For what I will share my entire screen. All right, so yes, so you see a lot of domain registrars. That's where you can buy domains from. Namecheap is the easiest. I mean, possibly I've used it before because that is why I understand your platform. It's easy for you to integrate any of those tools. Now, Google's tool is not free. They will only give you maybe a few weeks of trial. So when you get here, what you need to do is get started. When you get started, it's going to ask you for your business name. So let's say this is Joyce Enterprises. Is it just you? How many are you? Let's say 9 of you. Are you in Nigeria? You choose a country. You go next. What is the business name? Your contact info. You put your first name, Joy, easy. Current email. Let's say this is a current email. All right, so we go ahead. And then you now get to set the setting up part. So either you buy a custom domain from here, Or if you already have a domain you've paid for elsewhere, you can just jump here. So let's say we want to get a custom domain. You continue with this method, and then you search for the names that actually, whatever you want your business name to sound like. Remember, your domain name is your address online. So let's say Joy Enterprises and check. Going to give you suggestion of the last string.com, .net, .org, .info. Remember, if you put www, that is no more domain. That is the URL, the entire URL, the entire string of address. If you do the parts from @.com, .info, .org, that part is now the domain. So, and you pay for it. It's a yearly pay, depending on what you want. .com is always more costly. .io is always more expensive than .com. Then .org, .net, .africa, .biz, .com, .biz, all of them. So you can see you have $12 to pay per year. So you can buy from, you can see this one is not even available. That means somebody else has paid for it. So it means you have to choose somewhere else, right? Choose another one. So this is 12 euros, could be $12, could be 12 pounds, whatever it is. It's now going to navigate you. The domain you want is available. Okay. So you now head over to next and put in your card information and all these ones, and then you get to pay. This is if you don't have a domain already. All right. But if you have a domain already, there are tools you can pay for them. They have been shared on the chat. There are a lot of them. Bluehost, Hostinger, Ionos, GoDaddy, which other one now? Namecheap, Buckbone, NameSilo, Squarespace, Wix, and all of them. Right. So this is where you come to set it up. And when you set it up, there's a little integration you need to do on your domain registrar. If you bought the domain from Namecheap, you need to integrate the Workspace account on the Namecheap account. It's not a class for that. All right. So if you don't know it, when you pay for it, if you don't know it, you need to jump on YouTube. There are lots of tutorials there. You can grab it from there and then just integrate it so that when you send an email, it will go. If you don't integrate it well, when you send an email, it will definitely bounce. I've had that experience before with Zoho. I use Zoho Mail. I integrated Zoho Mail to my domain, and there was a problem along the configuration line, and I was losing emails. I didn't even. So you want to do the proper integration when you're setting it up. Did you understand that? Okay. So that is just how you set it up. Very simple stuff. Then when you come, you can always manage your users. You can always check who is available. You can change password. If anybody's misbehaving, you can kick them out. All of that. So all of that can be done with you as the admin. Okay. And what else now? Again, yes, you can also customize your emails. Yes, it's actually very simple. It's simple and fun to use. Right? I'm coming to all your questions. I'm just trying to do the explanation so that I would have answered some questions before I get to them. So remember the emails, all the emails are customized with @thedomain.com. All right. So if you are working for ImpactHer, your email could have been maybe aniset@impacther.org, right? Or moloko@impacther.org. That's how it works. So when you send an email to somebody with your official email, you look very official. So that is the summary of everything that Joy was trying to explain to you. It makes life easy. You can do things faster. You work smartly, and all of that. Okay. All right. So let's come to the questions. Let me see how many I can take before I let you go. So I'm in the Q&A right now. Let's see here. Where are we? Is there a practical session on project management? No, we don't have practical session for project management. Where do you find the Google Calendar? I showed you that already. Where do you find calendar? Please ask the question again if I missed it. Is there a practical session, project management? No. How can Google domain be created? I just showed you that. And we've shared the links of other domain registrars you can buy from. You Can Impactor provide funding? No, we don't. We give grants once in a while. That is if we participate in one of our programs or projects and we have grants for it. We are even looking for money. So if you have grantors, please show us to them. We need them. Thank you. Create a link for my doc. I already did that. Can I buy a domain using my mobile money? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can buy your dollar card if you're Nigerian. You can buy with GPay, right? Yeah, and every other payment thing you can use can work, yes, depending on the site you're buying from. I can access a PPT. I already showed you that. Isn't there an assignment? Please go ahead. The assignment you shared yesterday was a file of your digital marketing strategy. It's a template. So we expect you to fill it. Would we need it possibly at the end? So just find a way to complete it, right? What of Google Forms? We may not have time to teach you Google Forms today, but let me show you something very briefly. That actually crossed my mind. Let me show you something very briefly. So let's say you are here. This is form, right? So all the forms you've been filling online, this is where it was generated from. So let me just do a short practice of what forms will look like. So I'm going to pick just a template. I may not have time to create it from scratch. So I'll just pick a template and show you how it works. So I'm picking, no, not a blank quiz. No, not this one. If you pick this one, we are going to have to create it from scratch. So let me move this one to trash. So let's pick an already existing design, more like a template. So this is where you come. You can change this picture from here, right? You can change this name, this AU September. You can change these questions. You can change this email, you can change this name, change it to whatever subject you want. If you want it to be compulsory, so that means you just come here and check this required. If you want to delete it, you delete it here. This question is most important. Let's delete it. I just deleted one question now. I can undo it. All right. And what else now? Did you feel the session was good? Come here. If I want this question to be compulsory, I just check this. Right? If I want to describe response validation, all these things are here. If you want to add a new question, this is where you do it. So when you are done setting up the question and you're sure you've set it up completely, you just come here. You can use this link. This is a responders link. Just copy it and you copy. You publish. If you've not published it, this form is not live. So when you publish it, okay, let's do something very quick. Let's make a very short example. I'm going to send this form to the group, to the call right now. Everybody will fill it. So it's just question 1, question 2, and question 3. Let me delete the other ones. Delete and delete. So 3 questions. So let's publish it and publish. Anyone, not anyone in scale up. Everybody can respond. Editor rights closed. Responder view. Anyone with the link can respond. So not necessarily anybody within scale up. Remember, this is a pro tool that we're using. So let's publish. Yes, let's shorten the link and copy it. Copy the link, shorten link, copy. So I'm going to post this link in the chat right now. So please fill the form. Let me show you where to get the responses. Fill the form, just 3 questions. So now when people fill the form, you're going to see the responses here. Just watch. It will be coming from here. Please fill the form. It's just going to take you 3 seconds. And you can type anything. I just want to make an example. You see? Responses. So when you fill it, you submit it. Can you see that? Beautiful. So let's say I don't want you people to fill this form again. I'll just come to, or I want to short the form. Or I want to see it on a spreadsheet because I can't really tell who filled it and who didn't fill it from here. So I'll just come here. I'll come to this one, link to sheets. or you can download it, or you can print it, or you can delete it. Did you get that? Look at it. As the responses are coming, you can see it. I can turn this form to a quiz. There's another advanced stuff. So let's not go there. Right? So let's just export this. So we export this particular file. Now you see everybody. You see everybody's replies as they were coming in with the timestamp on it. Look at it. The time you filled it, your name, your email. Right? Isn't that beautiful? So when we ask you guys, create, fill an attendance form, we are seeing it like this when we receive it. That's how it works. It's so beautiful. So everything is manipulated from here. Okay, sorry, my power is gone. So everything is manipulated from this form place. Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to just do that just to for people that's possibly don't know how to create a form. So go ahead and create one for yourself, right? Okay. There's supposed to be an option to short the form, but I can't find it right now. It's supposed to be here, somewhere here. I don't know if they've changed the place. Google always changes things. Okay. I hope that made sense. You're putting a flesh to the whole discussion now, but putting a flesh to the discussion. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. So let me see if I can find a place to short the form. It should be a place. Okay, maybe it's a new feature on link form. I think this is it. On link form. It used to be just a toggle. Possibly they've changed how it looks now, but I'll confirm that. All right, so back to the questions. Let me pick a few more before I let you go. I'm sure this time was worth it. Can I use, does one have to have a domain as to have a website? Yes. Website is the address. So you can't have a website. Even if you make the entire design without a domain, it's as good as just a design. Yeah. Of course, the same thing applies to your workspace. If you don't have a domain, you can't set up a workspace account. My workspace doesn't work well except on Wi-Fi. What could be wrong? I'm not sure. Check your internet. That's a very strange question. I'm not sure. When you say workspace, I'm sure you're speaking to the free one, right? So please find a way. Maybe check your internet, change the internet. I don't really know why that is happening like that. Can we get a recording? The session is on YouTube, so you can always go down and stream it again. How do you create an admin account? The admin account is automatically created when you pay for a workspace account. All right. Can I get the assignment? It's on the group. Just scroll to messages of yesterday. What is the content of the formal assignment? The certificate. Go and access my Google app from Chrome. Please use another browser and log in that your Gmail to that browser. I'm actually using Brave right now. So it doesn't really matter which account you're using. As long as you're logged in, it's fine. Domains are not free. Please, you pay for it and you pay yearly. $12, 12 euros, 12 pounds. You renew it after 1 year. Oh. The assignment does not have a deadline, but finish it before the last session. We may need it. With Google Forms, how do I ensure I get to see each responder separately? I just showed you that. You export it and it comes out like a spreadsheet. I just explained that. Antase. How can you track attendance? Is it by email or name? Which attendance? The one you are here, Google is capturing it. The guys on YouTube, the attendance should be shared on YouTube. Please remember to fill it. Is there any attendance form for this session? No, Zoom captures it automatically. But if you're on YouTube, please remember to fill one. The attendance will be shared again. Are there free domains? I've not seen one before. You need to pay for domain. They may give you a free period, but mostly you pay. Couldn't comment on the sheet after you gave permission. What could be the cause? Possibly you needed to refresh. How do I pay for Google Workspace? You just pay, add your card, or pay whatever means is available there. You can even pay to crypto for some platforms like Namecheap. After subscription, is there a limitation for storage? Yes. If you are using the free platform and then maybe you run out of 15 gig and you want to pay for extra storage, if after the month you didn't renew, they'll lock your contents. They won't delete it, or they will lock it. It's like the account is frozen till you renew. Okay. All right. I think I've answered all the questions now. Thank you to my moderators who have been very, very helpful to pick a few of them. Can I use Google Workspace on my already existing domain block? Yes, without having to get to pay a domain on Workspace. Yes, of course. You just need to, you pay for the Workspace separately. But that one domain you paid for can save you both your websites and your blog. All right. Oluchi, I hope that helped. Google Chrome and regular Google. Google Chrome is a product of Google. Abia. So it's just a product, just like we showed you. Where is it now? Admin, Gmail, Sheets, Docs, Slides, this, that, all of them. It's just Google Chrome is just Google's browser. Just common definition. All these ones are still Google's products, right? Please, someone should find the group link and share to Ibrahim. Does hosting affect my domain purchase or creation? Hosting, no, not necessarily. Hosting does not affect your domain purchase. The .com, .io, .net, that's what determines how much you pay eventually. That came from Mavis. I hope that helped. There was no class on YouTube yesterday. So just check the group and find the sheet that was shared, the file that was shared. That is all you need for the assignments. With Google Forms, how do I ensure I get to see each responder separately instead of appearing in a form of chat like pie? Interesting question. So let's check something. So remember that form we shared earlier, right? So this form. So let's say you have all of them, you know all of them, or maybe you have them in your contacts. You've worked with them before something. You can see who edited what. Just come here, come to version history. Then you come to see version history. So you can see who did what and at what time did they do what. It's going to label it with color coding each names. All right. The only reason why you can see all these ones as anonymous is because I don't have them on my contacts. If the people I have on my contacts, you definitely see them with the colors. It's going to give blue to one name, give red to the other name, just like that, All right. Great question. Your certificate will come if you have 80% attendance. Okay, I think I'm done. Thank you guys. I hope it was a worthy 41 hour 43 minutes. All right, so if I missed your question, please bring it tomorrow. Tomorrow is Google Arts, the almighty Google Arts. You don't want to miss it for anything, trust me. So if you thought about anything that you didn't understand, come around with it. Come with the questions, and then come with the mind that you're going to know how to run arts. All right. If you want to go do up some digging up today, just go ahead and dig up. If you have anything you didn't understand today, yes, Emmanuel, I'm wrapping up. If you have anything you didn't understand today, please come with the question tomorrow. Thank you so much. I want you to drop your emojis in the next 1 minute because this session is going to be going off. Drop your emojis. Emmanuel, thank you. Drop it in the chat if you can. Thank you. I hope it was useful. I hope the content was useful. All right. Love you guys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And be good. Ciao. Thank you. Go make use of it. Make use of the skill. Bye.